Alright everyone, welcome back. A couple of bits of news to cover in today's video, which includes some news on the next apparel event, Street Activation, title update 15.3, and there's some other little bits and bobs that I want to go over. It's good news overall, I'd say, so it feels good to actually be making a video for a change, because the last couple of videos I've made have been a little bit more negative, but this is a good news video, so that's good. Anyway, let's get right into this one. Drop a like and subscribe to stay up to date with all my videos, and make sure notifications are turned on to never miss a video. Alright, so today we had a tweet from the official Division 2 Twitter page about the Street Activation Apparel Event and some other little bits and bobs that I'm going to go over now. So the tweet said the following: the Street Activation Apparel Event has been postponed to ensure top quality. The event will be released later this season, and we will announce a new event timetable at a later date. TU15.3 is still bound for release on July 5th to fix the damage glitch as well as other issues. Now, whilst I would prefer for every event to release as the timetable, the seasonal timetable currently stands, I'm actually okay with this delay for the next apparel event, especially when you consider what Pally Hofstein had to say in response to this tweet. He went on to say the following: "This is on me. The best clothing doesn't look good if it doesn't fit. The last event pieces I was super proud of didn't look right when they were worn. They fit wrong, hung wrong. These are skinning and rigging issues, and I want to make sure the next event doesn't have these issues." So I'm always going to support the devs, Pally, whoever, when they delay content because it's not up to their standards, it's not up to scratch. The last thing that we or anyone really needs in gaming in general is for content to be released unfinished. Because, you know what, we'd all just complain if that were the case. So if the extra time means that Pally can ensure that the next apparel event is top notch, then I'm all for it. I believe it was meant to release in about 2 weeks or just under 2 weeks. So I'm not totally sure when it's going to be coming. Of course, when we do know, then I'll let you guys know, of course. On top of that, this might mean that Massive have more time and a bigger window to fix some of the bigger issues with the game right now. Issues that I've covered in yesterday's video and in previous videos before that. If you haven't seen it, then please go check it out. But if you're on PC, then you probably are aware of those issues. Now, speaking of PC issues, Yannick has officially communicated Massive's position on the PC stability problems. Yannick came out today on Twitter and said this: "I know a lot of you want news on the stability and performance issues. The truth is we're still investigating. These things are traditionally hard to pinpoint. It is our #1 priority though, and we will deploy fixes as soon as we can once we've identified the issues." So unfortunately, the cause or causes of the PC crashes are unknown at this stage, which I'm sure will come as a huge disappointment to all PC players who are experiencing these frequently, and it appears to be quite a substantial portion of the community on PC that are experiencing these problems. So not good news for that. I mean, the good news is that Yannick has acknowledged the problem, and I'm sure they are working very hard to find a fix as soon as possible. But we've also got to consider, the guys, that the team working on this game are a small team, and when you've got multiple members of that team having to try and find the root cause of these issues, then they're not working on other stuff, and that might cause a delay to other stuff. So yeah, I mean, like, I never had any kind of doubt that Massive were not working on this stuff, but it just feels good to finally get some confirmation, because I think we've been talking about this for, well, I think since TU15. I think TU15, it may have even been later, that TU15.1, that this has become a real headache for a lot of people. So it's been quite a while that this has been a problem, and it's just good to hear that they are working on it. Hopefully fixes come soon. Now, I said earlier in the video that TU15.3 was due to release on July 5th, which is about 2 weeks away, and this would include a fix for the damage glitch, which is really good news, because the amount of tweets that I see about the PvP damage glitch is insane, and also other issues are going to be fixed in TU15.3. We don't have patch notes or anything yet. I believe Daria said that they would do the changelog and stuff in the next week or so. So once we do have that, then of course I'll put that in a video for you guys. There was a tweet from Morten Ryberg actually that suggested there may be some PvP changes, fixes coming with this update. He said the following: I would really like to get feedback on damage in PvP environments after this patch hits. Now, Morten could just be referring to the damage in PvP with the damage glitch fixed, but I'm pretty sure there are 1,000 forum posts with feedback on PvP damage prior to this glitch, which is what makes me think there may be some other things included within TU15.3. I could be wrong. Of course, this is speculation. Maybe I'm completely off, so please don't take this as gospel. What I will say on top of that is that Morten seems to be talking about, from what I can tell, has talked about PvP a few times in recent Twitter posts. So it could be that Morten is the guy that is looking to try and bring some stability to PvP, which has been unstable for so long. And if that's the case, then I'm really hopeful that at some point PvP might be in a place where people can enjoy it for what it is. You know, it's not going to get new content or anything like that, but if PvP players can actually get in there and, you know, not get destroyed by damage glitches and all this other stuff, and it can kind of feel fair then and balanced, then I think that's what the PvP community want, and so that would be really, really good. The other thing I wanted to briefly cover is the possibility of the refer a friend hunter outfit making its way into the game without having to actually refer a friend. Now, this goes back way, I don't know if this was in year 1 of the Division 2, I can't remember. It may have even been Warlords of New York, not totally sure. But for anyone who hasn't seen it, here's the outfit. It's really cool, and to be honest, I'd love to have this without having to refer a friend. I've not referred a friend, so I don't have it, and so if there was a possibility of this coming into the game, that would be great. Pally was actually asked if this outfit could be given to agents in a Twitter post, to which Pally replied saying, "Oh man, I love that outfit, let me see what I can do." So not exactly confirmation that it's coming, but if anyone's going to be able to pull this off and get this in the game, it's going to be Pally. And I'd be really happy if he could make this happen, because it looks cool. I don't have it, and I'm sure a lot of people who don't have this actually, and a lot of people would love to. But that's it, everyone. So overall, you know, some good news for PvP players. Hopefully Morten is the guy working on the PvP stuff. The damage glitch is going to be fixed as soon as July 5th, which is another 2 weeks, which, you know, okay, it's 2 weeks, that's frustrating, but at least you know, it's going to be fixed. And hopefully some further stability changes or some meta changes or some fixes within PvP might make it something that PvP players can enjoy again. Yannick and the team will hopefully find a fix for the PC crashes soon. Like I said, it's disappointing to see that they've not found a fix yet, but I mean, I don't know what goes into finding fixes for this stuff. I don't know how complicated this stuff is, so I'm not going to pass judgment. I just hope they get it sorted out as soon as possible. And whilst the next apparel event has been delayed, an apparel event that I'm looking forward to, I'm glad that Massive aren't just putting out content to meet a schedule if they're not happy with the polish of that content. I know that they've possibly done this before when they were probably under a lot stricter guidelines from Ubisoft. You could argue that Warlords of New York may have been that, because, you know, Warlords of New York came out with a lot of problems, and obviously that was at the peak of the Division 2, and I'm sure Ubisoft was quite bearing at that time. I don't think Ubisoft are as bearing right now. They're kind of just letting Massive do what they want almost, and that's why Massive are able to delay stuff and make sure stuff comes out in the best possible way. And that's what it should always be, right? That should be the industry standard, and I'm always going to support any game studio that does this, right? That delays content that's not up to scratch. So yeah, overall I'd say, you know, it's kind of good news. What I will say as well, guys, is if you didn't know this, after this season's apparel event, I believe that Pally said they are working on stuff like military apparel. I think there's a particular apparel event coming up where it's kind of all black stuff. So there's some stuff that, you know, is going to be really cool for the people that like the tactical stuff. I'm one of those people as well. But I do like this apparel event currently that we have right now is actually really cool. One of my favorite outfits that I've been able to create. If you go on my Twitter page, you'll be able to see it. Everyone seems to love it. Is part of what we've recently got. So yeah, the apparel events for me at the moment are just really quite awesome, and I'm really glad that Pally is working on it. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, Epic out.